All right, we back with another top five tiki-taki. But listen, here's the problem. I want to talk about the top 5 times villains should have won, but they greatly underestimated the weaker hero, bro. Number one, Darth Maul. Beating the crap out of Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn. Had him on a cliff, had Qui-Gon's old, decrepit behind knocked out. What did he do? He let his ego and sightseeing. He up here staring at Obi-Wan. Are you going to fall? He gave this clown time to force pull a saber into his hand and force jump off of the edge of the cliff. Why would Darth Maul do that, bro? So he might have been more technically efficient, but he definitely got outsmarted, bro. They outthunk him. And the fact that he didn't get rid of all weapons, bro. He didn't disable all weapons. That should have been his first move. If you're going to monologue, you're going to stare at your prey, make sure they can't grab nothing. That's in real life and fiction, okay? But let's move on. So I thought long and hard on this one. Turns out Killmonger was stronger, faster, and the better fighter without the suit. Period. He's just the better athlete. But versus thumping his head in, right, cracking him with a rock, or chopping his head off, he throws him off a cliff. I know what you're thinking. He beat him to a bloody pulp. He probably couldn't move, right? He's getting slammed, punched on, kicked on. There's a very good chance he won't be able to swim out of that current, even if he survives the fall. I know what you're thinking, but why don't you ensure victory, bro? Like, you want to make sure that this guy does not come back to take your spot. You know he's a problem. You didn't take off one of his legs, none of his fingers, his hands, his arms, nothing. You beat him up, tossed him off a cliff. You didn't even create a situation where if he did survive, he would be handicapped. You're supposed to think like this as the villain. But that defeats the purpose of the hero winning. So now we're starting to see how these narratives, because it doesn't make sense. Rest in peace, Chadwick, but Black Panther should have been out of there. Next, what was Bane thinking? A lot of people in the comics try to act like he's so smart. He's not. He's an idiot. He could have finished Bruce Wayne right here, bro. Instead, he wanted to torture his mind. So because he's so psychotic and crazy, versus finishing Batman off, he wanted to imprison him, bro. He wanted to have some type of common connection between them. He wanted him to experience, even for a brief moment in time, what he went through. That was so stupid, though. There's no point in that. He wanted him to watch as he became victorious over the city. What type of guy? It's like he was looking for a friend. You know, it's like a part of him identified with the Batman and was like, dude, you're the only one that can match me. I want to keep you around. Why, bro? Why do the villains allow the good guys to always capitalize off of their ego and their monologuing, bro? It's annoying. Bane dropped the ball. Next, Thanos is an idiot. Everybody loves Thanos. So you mean to tell me you got infinite power, you can jump through timelines. He got the time stone, so he can see through different timelines. Period. So you mean to tell me he couldn't see that this could have happened? Them defeating him? He didn't see that? All right, let's say that's not even a thing, right? Let's say he was distracted with other things that didn't occur to him. Okay. Well, it did occur to him to snap everybody, half of the people out of life. Now, his whole thing was balanced. But here's the problem. He should have got rid of all of the heroes. They've been a major cramp in your style. They've been a major problem since you hit the scene. And you only got rid of half of them. And here's another thing. You allowed the major thinkers to stay alive. You allowed Bruce Banner and Tony Stark and Captain America to live. Bro, he got rid of Spider-Man. Bro, come on. Thanos dropped the ball. Mr. Smith. This might actually be the worst one, because when you really think about how they was jumping him in the Matrix, they could have jumped Neo and imprisoned him. When they tried to assimilate him, first of all, Neo would have figured out a way to connect to the Matrix anyway and like delete all of these programs. We understand that now. But when you look at it in retrospect, versus him trying to assimilate Neo and make him one of them, which was his fault, that was the mistake. He could have jumped him, imprisoned him, or they could have unalived him within the Matrix, versus trying to take over his data that is clearly God level, bro. It didn't even make sense, bro. And then all of the ones. Why was Mr. Smith running the ones? I understand he did jump him several times in the movie. But here's the thing. There were several scenes where this guy really ran the one-on-ones with Neo. And it's like, bro, If I'm the villain, it's not going to be a fair fight. I'm not getting paid for this. Whether I'm the villain or not, this is not sports fighting. It's not going to be fair. I'm not going to let my ego come into it and say, yeah, let's run a one. No, we're about to take every dude on our squad, surround you, and pummel you. It's literally that easy, bro. I don't know what these bad guys be thinking outside of the script. And it's what the directors and the producers and all of the and screenwriters want. Because the bad guys themselves, in real reality, people this dark and evil, they would literally just get rid of the problem. They wouldn't do the things that the movies have shown us. So, in my opinion, these got to be some of the top 5 fails. But listen, if I missed anything, if you felt like there was a villain that dropped the ball more deeply than these 5 guys, let me know.